Yeah, mate.
Hey buddy, how are you?
Yeah, good, mate. Yourself?
Good.
Yeah.
Alright. We're back. Normal setup. Cool. How did you guys go yesterday after we finished?
I smashed it yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was my best day in ages.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The sells, the buy worked. I didn't get any of the buys,
Yeah, me neither.
but the sell was amazing. Didn't get all the way down to this level. It did react.
Screen's not being shared, mate.
What was that?
Your screen's not being shared.
Oh, that would help, wouldn't it? There we go. Hey George, how are you? Can you see it now?
Yep.
Cool. Alright, so I noticed afterwards, so we didn't quite get all the way down. We did get the sells from the top. Pretty much it scaled out most of it as it was down here, and then the runner unfortunately didn't last all the way. I was hoping it was going to get down to this level, but so I had this grey section down closer to this green section, thinking that it would have a good shot at getting down all the way because it was getting quite a bit of momentum. What I saw afterwards was, if we look at the 4-hour chart, kind of makes sense why it reacted here. Just this little support, all this area where the candles close, these necklines, that was indeed where it stopped. So I couldn't quite fill this whole candle, but it got a good run down. So, oops, this whole area was still from the tops from where we got it. The tops from where we got it. We'll go to the 5-minute chart. It did run. I think Locke, you said you got 110 pips out of it, so you got pretty much the bulk of the move, which is amazing.
Nice one, Lot.
What was that?
Nice one, Lot.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah. And then the recovery was on. I was hoping that it was going to give this is the time that I was at the airport yesterday, ready to come back. And I was looking for this to be my sell zone, this green area. And I was looking for about a 40 pip correction. But it didn't quite get there. Like the time it got up here, it was too late. It was I was in the air, and this is at 6 o'clock. And when I put that shot in the Discord, was for London close trading, which is between UK time 1600 to 1700, where I was looking for price to hit this area and then give that 40 pip reaction. But it reacted earlier, so a little bit lower. I didn't really see any real reason to get in around about this area. I guess you got Euro low, but yeah, not a whole lot. We do have this drop, so this is a bit of structure right over here, from here to here, where price like fell, bounced, and then fell again. So that area, I guess you could have, if you were looking for a reaction from that level, which is a little bit lower than my sell area that I was looking for. That did give a 40 pip reaction. So, but it was a little bit too early. There's at 3:30. If you see the time, this is when we're driving to the airport. And I saw it and I was like, I think that actually is. I think that was the reaction. Just happened a little bit earlier, but I was looking for that to be around this area. If it could have pushed up cleanly into that area for London close, then I thought we would have had a great 40 pip reaction. But the timing was off, and it didn't. It never reached it. Then at 6 o'clock, which I'm not looking for that London close volume anymore because London's well and truly closed by then. It did hit this little sell zone, and then only gave like a 10 pip, or what was it? No, a bit more than that. 20 pip. No, 16 pip reaction. So not enough to actually you've got a good trade from it, but it did give a liquidity candle. This bad boy, right over here, off of that zone, but it just pulled back. Like this is the algos had well and truly taken over by then. So this is just a pullback destruction. Anyway, it was a beautiful day yesterday. Really liked the London session, and then I was thinking that it was a good opportunity for a sell to buy. It just didn't get low enough, and then obviously I don't really like this shape. To me this is trendline liquidity building. I don't think it's going to correct it today, but this at some stage when it's gathered liquidity and there is doing some sort of pullback, this here is going to be a nice easy trade. I just don't think it's going to be today. I'm bullish today. Alright, Lee Left Hand, good morning. Got the pending buy order for German 40. Oh, this is today, 16,680. 16,680, so here. H1 fair value gap, almost the same level as yesterday's high. Looking at it as a breakout and retest it up. Cool. Oh, Friday's high. Yeah, gotcha. Wait, that's well off. The numbers are off, might be the broker differences. Okay, I thought a retest was bound to happen on Monday, but prices went straight up. Yeah, I thought there was going to be a good chance of a recovery, because to me this pullback is just profit taking. And we'll go look at some of the US equities as well. But to me, this pullback was just profit taking. I don't think this rally's anytime finished yet. And then you look at NAS, and NAS, well and truly, geez, beautiful profit taking for the start of the year. And then the the Magnificent 7 stocks, Apple led the charge, gained like 3% or 2.75 or something. So super bullish day. I've expected that today is just going to be a continuation. Morning, Ellen. All right, so Peter, Locke, George, yeah. Where's everyone today? Morning, Dave. Cool. Alrighty, so let's do a little bit of more analysis on German. We've got his wick to target now. I'm going to clean up some of these lines because I haven't kept them clean. But here's the daily. $12-hour. Super bullish. Yeah, I think I'd like to see a little bit of a pullback and then just continuation. I mean, this could be the pullback. This is the zone I was flagging yesterday. And what we did is we actually just closed above it, breaking that zone. We didn't really have didn't really react that strongly. But now the base of that zone has actually reacted. So I'd like to see this as a continuation candle. Let's check the 6-hour. The 6-hour, so we react off the top. Any pullbacks, I'm looking for buys. So any pullbacks I'd like to take advantage of. Some long legs on this wick, but it's only early days. 3 hours, 14 minutes left for this candle. We did fill this wick. 3 hour. Two hour. Oh, what have I done? What have I done on here? God. Has anyone seen the YouTube stream? Somehow
Just bring it to it. Yeah, you're on.
Be ready with Allianz. Ah, Allianz.
Is there 2 screens on it? Or is this one?
Ah, Allianz.
Is there 2 screens on? Or is this one?
Allianz.
I don't know what I've done. I thought I was controlling TradingView, but I pushed some hotkeys and it looked like I've created 2 screens now on the stream software. There's one? Oh, okay. I'll deal with it later. Jeez, what a headache.
I just had a quick look on my phone and it looked fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what I've done. But there's got some little Allianz promotions in there, didn't we?
Yeah, I saw that.
Alright, so yeah, I don't know what I've done. Who knows? I turned the computer on and it tried to run through some updates and I was like, don't do that today. And then the internet wasn't working because I hadn't we just turned the internet back on when we got home. So everything's still trying to connect to the Portuguese Wi-Fi that we had. Alright, so 1 hour. We've taken out the Asian low. Haven't taken out the Asian high just yet. Pretty close. Maybe on some brokers. Glenn, have you got your Asian high been taken?
Nah, Asian high hasn't been taken yet.
Not yet.
Not on. I've still got 4 pips.
Alright, so I want to take buys, but I don't quite... the only thing is, I don't trust that we don't come back and then take liquidity from underneath here. So that's the only thing. Like, I don't particularly want to take a breakout, but yeah, I don't really want to take a breakout long. But it could push. If it just pushes straight up, I think I'm happy to miss that. I really don't trust this pattern. I don't trust this. I don't trust this. I don't trust this trend line liquidity. After London basically closed, then it was just algos took over, and to me, it would represent a decent opportunity to be taking buys from at least halfway of the New York session. So if it does just push, it'll just be really annoying to get into that because I do think it could easily sweep that. But it could actually happen in New York session as well. So trickier situation than yesterday. Yesterday I thought was fairly clean. Price pushed up into a lovely little resistance area and then just dropped. The resistance areas I do have now, I guess. We took out right at the end of yesterday. We took out the London high. We've got New York high just over here. We've got this London session, this monster London session from the start of the year. Their 50% is bang on here. Kind of lines up. Yeah, you know what? Because I don't trust this trend line here. If it does push, I'm happy to miss this trade, and I'll actually take a sell if it hits this zone. From anywhere between this grey zone and this blue zone, I'll look at this as a sell zone. Otherwise, I'm looking to take a buy if I get price action from underneath here. I'm not really interested in trading personally. This is just my point of view. I'm not personally interested in getting into a position here. I don't have that ability to just enter, exit trades. I like to sort of plan and take viewer trades. So yeah, I think that's it. I'd like to see it sweep the euro low and then give us the price action to go long, or just push straight up with no pullback and then take sells from up here. I think I'm going to live on that idea today. Of course, if I see something that price action does that leads me to think there's a better opportunity, then I'll take it. But in the first 8 minutes, I'm just going to watch what's going to go on. What are your thoughts, guys?
I'm currently in long.
Mm-hmm.
Just on this previous screen you're at, they had a little bit of a target.
Mm-hmm.
What it fell from. Keeping an eye on this activity here and the reaction to come at the top of your box, which I also have marked there.
Yep.
That's what I thought. There's a little bit of,
Can't really hear you. Getting mumbly.
sorry, mate, we've got a little bit of imbalance left there from that push down in euro.
Yeah.
That I think we're going to sell to buy.
Okay. Is that, sorry Dave, what you're saying? Very quiet.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even realise I was muted.
Oh, I see.
mumbling about an order block, a 30-minute order block at about 16:7:29 or something.
16:7. Down over here, is it?
30. Yeah, just looking at that and just marking it out and just looking at the reaction point, looking for some traps. Mumbling.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just wary of the bullish pressure and how far it might go down to get liquidity. I might be waiting too long and it might just bounce from one of these areas.
Yeah, that's my concern. My concern is missing the trade. I don't want to be manipulated into anything. But I think I'm going to look for buys from either of these areas. These two boxes, I'll make them green because they represent potential. Like, obviously, whenever I do a box, I'm saying this is a buy area. It doesn't mean I'm just going to buy blindly. I've got to wait for price action first. So you guys know my triggers by now. So I'm looking for something like this, or like this, or like this. Morning, Hannah. You're missing the stream? Yeah, I was missing doing the streams as well. I mean, we did a few streams. It was when I just had the laptop. It was just on one. It was just too hard to do with all the streaming software to YouTube though. Way too hard on just one screen. Lilith Ann going Rambo with a limit order. Good luck. Good luck on that one. So 16,700. Yeah, I really like this area. For I really like this zone. I think this is a good figure to be buying from. But that's just my opinion. What's that matter? 3 minutes. So let's go all chart view. Tell you what, the screen's so big now. Got so much more space. Unbelievable how you get so used to it. Now I need to sit back a bit and then go blind. If it gives a really fast little impulsive move down into this area. No. If it gives a really fast impulsive move down to this area, this is where I'll get involved. Otherwise, I want to wait for like a rejection wick. We don't have any news today, I don't think. Just bad German news, but that's no surprise. All right. All right, here's the open. Hey Jimmo, how are you? Alright, if I get like even like maybe a 1 minute candle, pushing down, giving a rejection wick, I might even just target that for like a 20 pip counter. No, not giving it yet. Any rejection wick, I'll give it a shot. Just send it to you, Dave. Yeah, if we can get another 10 pips, it'd be beautiful. Thanks, Beata, you too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this year, what this entails for everyone here. I'm going to impulsively enter if it hits this zone. Prefer it to give a reaction, so like I'll let it touch and then try give us a liquidity wick. But if it just touches and it's sort of moving a bit quick and the candles haven't got time to close, I may enter before the candle closes in anticipation of a liquidity wick in this zone. So I'll just put it outside of here for now. So I'm looking at this as a trap. I'm seeing this as a trap. So I think this is going to give. This would be like a little buyer relief. Seller relief, rather. Relief point. Yeah, it was a clean drop, eh, Manny? Clean candles down. Ooh, nice if that was a little bit lower. See if it can break this low and then give us that buy. Three-minute close. Ooh, damn, that's a nice 3-minute candle. It's kind of in the middle though, between my two areas.
Yeah, it has taken out the New York 50.
Oh, I did? Yes, it did. Yeah, so here I'm looking at. So yeah, I just want to see it dip this a little bit lower and I'll be all over this one. Kind of came back to touch that wick. Took out the doji high in the 5-minute. See for now if it drops and then we get that buy. Yeah, M3 is looking good, Al. Just want to see what it does with this doji on the 5-minute. What's the 4-minute look like? 4-minute still looks bearish. 3-minute is looking good. 5-minute is looking like a doji. So someone's telling the truth, someone's lying. Could be a 3-minute HCS starting. Let's create a little range here. These two. Come on.
Hayden, what's the significance of this price really slowing up like this? What's it telling us?
Could either be there's a bid and it's just slowly eating into it and it's just filling those orders, or it's just gathering liquidity at this point. So it could just give it so much time to consolidate in this price to have a lot more eyes on it, so that once it breaks out, I'm hoping that if it breaks out, it gives a lot of breakout traders a chance to get into it for it to sweep, to push up. So that's what I'm hoping. But when it slows and it gives us so much time to think, it's building orders.
And is it reasonable to expect a sweep from that then?
Yeah, generally. Or it could, like if the momentum is to the downside, then it's is giving chance for buyers to be stepping in here, and it's slowly building their orders, and they may be looking to target somewhere lower again to offload whatever liquidity was grabbed up here. To me though, my bias is bullish and the higher time frame is bullish. It's giving chance for breakout sell traders chance to get in. It's just I'm hoping there's going to be. I'm hoping it gives a sweep. I'm hoping that it builds up all this liquidity here, and people start seeing the support, and that this becomes a natural swing where stop losses go underneath it. And then as price pushes, it sweeps those stops, and then what that does. It's not like it's not meant to be a malicious thing. It's just if stop losses are building here, then that's liquidity. And I'm hoping that this does a grab of liquidity to fund that move higher. But this could be the support as well. There's always the chance that it doesn't do the sweep, and that this is the support that is just created officially. We've got a liquidity candle followed by a retest, so technically this could be your support. And if we're just breaking above these wicks, we're clean candles to the left, there's no real reason. Maybe they've gathered enough liquidity from this zone, from this NY 50%, from this little, because this is the order block here to the left as well, or consolidation that is dipped into. So it's technically is done. It's it's dipped into it. I'm hoping that it goes a little bit lower, but it doesn't need to. So I could risk missing the move. It's just I need to be true to my levels as well. Is anyone into buys already? I'm sure there will be a few.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in as well. Had a good day. Actually, had a couple of buys off the Asian low that were successful trades.
Oh,
This is my third DAX for the day. Yeah. So.
Nice one. My bias, Chris, gyro. Yes, it's bullish. But because of the way that it moved up late yesterday, from here, I see this as trendline liquidity to be swept. And if it doesn't quite sweep it yet, it can sweep it later. So when price was hit here before London Open, I was impartial to the direction. If it's swept down cleanly, I look for buys. If it's swept up cleanly, then if it pushed up into my sell zone, then I would have taken that sell down. So I didn't really mind which way it did, and I wasn't really sure which way it would break out, to be honest, as well. So I didn't have anything going before London Open, and now that it's pushed down cleanly, it makes it a little bit easier for me to look for those buys. But if this level doesn't hold, then I'll still target buys, but I don't really see much underneath here. Like I potentially could take a sell if it is failing. If this is failing to hold, and price does push down like another at least 30 pips, maybe the price action will get me inclined. But I don't often like to set myself for buys and then end up taking a sell. I prefer just to. German usually is forgiving enough that you just have one bias. It's just purely how patient you are, but you'll get a trade. There should be a buy and a sell move. It's just that the trending move will be the bigger one, but it doesn't mean you can't take like a counter trade. Sometimes a counter trade is easier. Because this to me is created that range. So if it doesn't quite get to this level, but we find something closing outside, unless it's a fake out, I could jump in for a late buy. But I'd need to see something close outside, because these two candles here As soon as that closed and that one closed, to me, that created a range. Not like a range as in, I don't think it could range forever inside of here, but this was a liquidity candle from the downside, and this is a liquidity candle from a liquidity wick from upside. So as soon as you have two, you know you've got liquidity trapped inside of this area. So then you just need to wait for a break out either direction, and it should continue on for a little bit more. Barring the next candle being a fake out. Did you, Tom, did you take a sell or did you take a buy for the 1%? A buy, oh yeah. Did you get it from the London 50? New York 50? Pretty much, cool. What are you, is it personal account or are you on the prop from CT? Prop. Oh, yeah, good one. How's that going? Is it? Okay, yeah, good one. No worries. We'll talk about it later. Apart from that initial burst, we've done nothing. 1 5-minute candle. One 5-minute candle. And then we've just had a chop. Gap down. And yesterday it kind of did the same thing, didn't it? It pushed up initially, and then it chopped around for like 40 minutes, and then it did the counter. So the push up, chop, and then drop. Push down, chop, and then push up. That's what I'm hoping. Now, because it's gathered quite a bit of, like, it's been here for a bit. So, initially, if this pushes down, I am expecting a reaction from this area. It may be short-lived. But I still think there'll be a reaction, a tradable reaction nonetheless. $30-minute candle closed. Okay, so my zone down. Now if I see something, I'll tell you when I get in. like to see a 3-minute above rejection. These are the 2-minute, 3-minute, 4-minute. 4 minutes got no top wick. Hey Jake, all good mate. Okay, new 3-minute candle. Come on, give us some sort of bullish candle. Hey Eddie.
I'd like to see it take the 4-minute balance candle to the left.
Sorry, Alan, are you a bit quiet? Which? Oh, this one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? So somewhere around here. Alright. I'm gonna give it a shot. Entries more or less like that because of the spread. And I'll give this a second chance if this just drops and burns me. Damn, that didn't last long. Alright. I'll give it a second chance. Just gonna wait for another one. See if there's any headlines. Market had that one. And it's getting low enough that it could start to get momentum to the downside. So I'll give it a second chance if I get a confirmation candle. Otherwise, I won't give it a third chance. It starts getting a bit too much momentum. Let's see if we get another momentum candle. So waiting for a wick lower. I will take this. I will consider a 1 minute entry, just because I think that time we get a 3 minute, it might miss a lot of the move. Yeah, now there's clean candles to the left side. See you, Peter.
Only 20 pips away from London high from yesterday.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Damn, I really wanted... I'm not happy about missing the move, but I don't really see any reason to short it. Now it looks like obvious, but back then, anyway. Still going to give the buyers one more chance. What's the game plan? Well, I was hoping that this level was going to hold. So that was where my first trade was, taking it on around here. hoping that this level would hold and that would target back at least to the euro low. But that didn't hold. So it's dipped lower now. So I don't switch my bias. So now I'm just looking for the same thing. It's going to see if the next one, if I can get another buy. If I lose twice on it, then I'll just accept that I had the wrong idea for the day. So 4 minutes looking promising. Five minutes looking promising now. Yeah, that 1 minute just didn't break the low of that previous candle. That's the problem. It wasn't like I was a little bit more cautious because this level I was happy to give it a shot because the level was a bit more obvious, this green area. This one is still a little bit in the middle now between two zones, so I wanted to see a bit more of a stronger confirmation. The 1 minute, I don't want, like I was mindful that the 3 minute time we wait, we're going to miss a lot of this move given how aggressive it's pushed down, which is what's kind of happening. 4 minutes closed alright. Now I'm just worried it's going to take off without giving me an entry. Kind of don't want to enter here because then my stop loss, I don't really want to have it just below the low. I prefer to enter the lows of this candle. But now my stop loss is getting quite big. What was that, Glenn?
Nothing, mate. Just walking around.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's it, Tom. That candle there was the one that funded that drive lower. Faster candle, eh? Okay, so see if we do get a retest of this area. Worst things to trade are these V shapes, and normally these V shapes are hard to trade. So that's why I do prefer, if it is going to give a V shape, strategy for me is to see at least a rejection wick underneath it. But when it gives you a V shape without even a liquidity wick, it's nearly impossible for me to get into those trades. I think I'll be patient. If I get the retest, yeah, I'm thinking the only thing that's stopping me is that it's not a retest of a liquidity wick. So I still would need to see rejection wicks. So even if it retests this neckline, I still want to see a wick. So it's important for me to see those wicks. Because at the moment, the structure's to the downside. It's heavy bearish pressure. So if we don't see a rejection wick, we at least need to take out this area. And then if it takes that area, then I could get involved taking buys around here to go long. If it doesn't give me a rejection wick, I need to see a structure, like a structural break. Morning, Heath. How are you? Alright. If the one thing I'm seeing is if this looks very obvious for a sell, then the next breakout could be the last one. Could be the last for the sell momentum. So I still like the buys, whether that's the right idea or the wrong idea. I still like the buys. Now at least we've got range as well. We've got London has moved nearly 90 pips in the first hour. That's right alongside a good London session. So we could expect at least for between maybe 9 to 9:30, at least a pullback. Halfway, like a 50 pip pullback or something like that. So I'm looking for a seller's trap here. Lead left hand, triggered in for a buy order. Okay, I'm gonna try help you along there. Banking on the NY session be bullish. Yeah, I mean yesterday was bullish. There's a good chance it'll be bullish. On the daily, we've had a decent pullback now, which is a good one. Like, can you imagine that this is the daily pullback and this daily candle still closes, something like this? And that'd be awesome. So I think it's worth the risk still. Hunting these buys. And what's the worst that can happen? As long as it's calculated risk, worst thing that can happen is you're wrong on the trade. You can't win without any risk though. 4 minutes actually set up quite nicely. This wick and this wick. I'm going to take a shot if it breaks these lows. If this Eurozone unemployment comes in low, I think the, or rather high number, I think that would give the stocks a boost. Okay, so it gave, at least it's given the structure break now. It did give plenty of these little guys. So the liquidity is building. Yeah, we've got that imbalance here. This is the one. This is on the 4 minute as well. It'd be nice if we get full recovery. London pretty much opened and just dropped. So I'd like to see it create a new London high. If it's really going to have a sustained push down, and I'd like to see London take out its own high, or at least New York take out the high. So I think, just it keeps on leading me, I think there's a really good buy opportunity today. It's just about getting into it.
All right, that's me done.
You done, Tom? Is that Tom?
Yeah, so I was start of the week at -0.5%, was at 2.5 last night, and went back to -0.5% just then. Now I'm at +5%.
Good one. The swings and roundabouts, mate, of Tom's life.
All over the place.
Yeah.
So that's 5% qualification. So
Oh, you passed the qualification. Good one.
yeah, so I've got two on the run, and they're both qualified now. So
Awesome.
yeah, so just now it's just steady as she goes. Keep doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard
They're
juggling
they're
accounts.
the smallest accounts, but
That's alright.
sorry, you go.
No, that's just, it's hard juggling multiple accounts. That's the thing I've really struggled with trying to do this prop account and personal account. And I thought I'd just use the trade copier, but when you've got the different brokers, the different lot sizes, the different price feed, it kind of makes it really difficult to trade multiple accounts because I can't use the trade copier. And then trying to juggle between two of them, it's a real pain. Do I want to trade on the prop account? Do I want to trade my personal account? Because prop account is not realized profits until you get your payout. At least personal account, it's instant.
I think it's very different mindsets. Prop with a personal account.
Yeah, definitely. Because
Completely different mindset.
you've got your account, but then you've only got like a 4% or 5% of it that you can actually lose, and then the whole account's gone. So it's like risking, you know, if you wanted to do 1% risk, it's kind of like risking 25% of your account at one go. So definitely different on the mind.
Yeah. Yeah, psychologically, I found it difficult going back to my personal account, which is just with, you know, who we know, and just the idea of thinking about it differently. It was just doing my head in, so I've just stuck with the prop account. So I'm getting used to that slim margin. You've got to be really tight with your risk management.
You gotta for sure.
So that little push down tonight just destroyed the little profits I had. I had almost +3. Yeah, that one. It was at the top of that candle was up at 3%.
Oh yeah.
And before it hit your grey area, it was -1%. So
sounds like the lot size.
about where that arrow is. That one.
Continuing to once you're on the payout phase, you got to cut those lot sizes down a little bit.
Yep.
Otherwise, it will like you have some great gains, but it's only like one bad day and you're out. And I think the whole thing with prop accounts is about having enough time to survive the bad days, or multiple bad days in a row. Because you don't want to have like spend you know, say months and months and months building up your prop account, going through the different phases, scaling it up, get into like a decent level of funding, and then just have one bad day and all that funding, you know, back to square one again. So I know the profits are curbed, but I think it's about durability and longevity in the prop accounts to get like a really good level of funding so that you can still keep your risk really low, but still make like really good returns. Like imagine if you could build up multiple accounts to like, you know, +2 million. then you're still risking only like 0.25%. You know, you're still making you know, $2,500, 5,000 or so on a trade, and that's good. You know, it just takes time. Everything takes time. Whether it's your personal account, giving it time to grow organically and sustainably, or prop accounts. I know it's like you get a lower barrier of access to larger amounts of capital. It still takes time to build it sustainably.
And hold them.
What was that, Glenn?
And hold on to them.
Yeah, that's the thing, is holding on to them.
I will say that the prop firm I'm with, they delivered on everything they promised they delivered on.
Yeah, good one. I've been hearing good things about them.
Just brilliant. I think they get, the more I find out about them, the better they get.
That's good, man. We need trustworthy people in the industry, don't we?
Yeah. Companies with integrity and just deliver what they say they're going to deliver. It's very much appreciated.
Yeah, you've got payouts from them before as well, haven't you?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
I'd say the same about other prop firms.
Cool. Thanks. I'll be in the background, in and out. So.
Okay, mate.
Yep.
Thanks for sharing.
No worries.
On your thumb.
Thanks, fellas.
Yeah, we can't name. I shall not be named. Come on. Who else is in is anyone else in the buyers?
I've been in and out twice.
Yeah.
I took the 4-minute HCS.
Yeah, good one. This guy.
Yeah, this area here.
Yeah, just on the pullback to half of the candle after that.
Mm-hmm. We've got the imbalance bit here, so this is danger. If we can break above that, I think we can correct this whole move.
But we've already done our sort of W and a retest. That wasn't very deep.
Yeah, it was a shallow retest. So it makes it hard.
So I took profit from that first push up, re-entered, and then took profits again there.
You're super quiet, mate.
Back. You can get that a bit with everyone. Maybe not it though.
Jake, did I take any trade? I took one. I took the loss from here, and then I was kind of distracted waiting for it to sweep before I can get into the buy. And then I thought all of this was just data gathering for me, because I knew, like, I think there's a good chance that, like, we're pulling back from this area now. That I don't need to rush to take these breakout buys. I know I can still get into these. It's just, I've just been patient now. After taking that first loss, I wanted to really wait for my area to be hit. And all of this is, I like to see this. I'm not, there's no FOMO there. Because I think there will be, as long as we had this break above, then I'm comfortable that I think the low's in, or we're very close to the low being set. Only problem is it's the new candle. This is the 9 o'clock candle, which is kind of annoying because like the hour candle closed, leaving this wick, so now we can get this wick fill, which is a bit annoying. But I'm keen to look for buys still. I've just got to be careful with my entry. Cause I'm trying to play risk reward. I'm not. If I was just trying to go for like the area, then I'd, just risking missing the trade. You could go with a wider stop loss, but I'm trying to get a finer entry. So because I'm watching, I'm happy to just wait and see what I see. What was that, Glenn?
Are you concerned that the sessions haven't connected?
Not really. Not really. That's more for gold, I find. I find as for a move, this is enough that if we just push up now and then we start coming down again, then I would say New York session can connect the sessions. A New York session would look to violate a London high or low. And I think if New York session wants to take it higher and it's here, then New York session can easily take out this low and then push up. I am mindful though, we've got CPI on Thursday. So, you know, if we don't push and make new highs by today, I think tomorrow might be a bit of a wait and see day. But the moves down here, up, like it's 38 pips, it's not bad. Oh, this is your graph, 63 trades. Oh, it's, I know what you're saying with that. That's what I've been finding. It's the, every time you close a position or partials, it's treated as a whole new trade. I found the same. I was surprised the number of trades I've taken on the prop account is, and because like I'm just using small lot sizes, so if I want to add my risk, I just put on multiple trades rather than setting one trade with a bigger lot size. I'll just go like 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, and have like that as 0.5 lots. Because the lot sizes are different on here, so that would be a normal risk. But then if I traded gold, it would be a bit different, the lot sizes. So that's why I've just kept it small. But then if I go on Magic Keys close half, then all of a sudden that's 5 trades times 5, and then if I close like another partial, plus 5, not times 5, and then eventually close out the trade, even though to me that's one trade, this actually counts as 20 trades, just because of the way they count every time you change a position. It's a whole new trade. Oh, it came back perfectly for that imbalance candle, didn't it? And I wanted to see this as a bit of a shallower pullback to then impulsively get in for the break. So now as it's breaking these lows, which it is, I want to wait for a liquidity wick. So the hour's done the wick fill now. Waiting for liquidity wick underneath these lows. 1 minute's given it. Can I trust that 1 minute? I prefer 3 minutes. So I've said that many times. I prefer 3 minute plus. I don't really want to take on the 1 minute, but if I feel like it's too volatile and I'm waiting for the 3 minute, I'm gonna miss it, then I will take the 1 minute. But I much prefer 3 minute or above. Look, the London sessions are connected now. Come on, man. Give me something to get in. I'm going to do a New York session, so I don't want to waste too much time here. Sales are definitely the play in hindsight. That's a good thing about hindsight. I'm gonna get in on this one. Stop loss, I'm just gonna pop it a bit wider so I don't just think about it too much. If it drops down a little bit lower, but I like this area. I feel like I'm just waiting for nothing now. I think enough liquidity's been picked up. 1 minute's looking good. 2 minute, not really. 3 minute. Hopefully this one can close. Hopefully it can close nice and strong. And then if it closes nice and strong, this is what I mean by waiting for the close. Sometimes you just get in too late. But I like this level. I feel like the London session has gone... If it goes down any further, it's gone 110 pips now. To me, I think it's due for a pullback. If it's not, then I'll just have to lick my wounds. I'll see if they can ride it all the way back up towards London High. haven't had my coffee yet either. Oh, there's a farmer's strike in Germany? You serious? Been leaving your trap exit. Yeah, it's a good idea, Dave, to leave leave old zones on. It's amazing how they play out so nicely. Three-minute closed, so we've got the 3-minute confirm. 5-minute hasn't closed yet. 4-minute hasn't closed yet. So at the moment it's just 3 minutes. Everything else is looking strong bearish. Now the 5 minutes closed. So we've got 3-minute closed, 5-minute closed, 4-minute hasn't closed as a liquidity wick yet. But we've got 1s, 3s and 5s. Okay. I want this to be the seller's trap. German farmers protest with tractors. Look at them all. Gosh. Okay, if we're failing to break and we're pushing back above here, I'll scale in. if this is a failure to break lower. So I want to see this flip now. If it flips, I'll scale in. And I'd love to see an impulsive candle, no wick, to really set that trap. Let's just blast now. Fill this whole range would be a nice start. So I want this 30-minute candle basically to close above that wick, so that the 30-minute candle is looking like a rejection wick as well. So if we can close around here, 30 seconds, then I think the next one, maybe only a tiny pullback, but then push back up to here. If it gets up to there, I'll close the stream. So running 20 pips. Come on. 30 minutes closed now. Hopefully this is looking like a nice little fake out. Can we just keep on pushing? Let's go another 20. Come on. Another 15, at least. Made back that first trade, thankfully. So I want to get a bit more in profit. And once we start getting some momentum to the upside, I think it can really take off. Just got to get past this little block. This one. Cool. Well, not bad in the end. Had to wait for this one. Had to wait. Had to wait a lot, but at least recouped the loss. Was able to entered here, entered when this candle was still open, scaled in as this candle was pushing up, breaking out of these guys. Only a little scale in though. Hopefully now we can just continue driving higher. I hope that's the low in. We can keep on going to the London highs now, but Jesus, man, we had to frickin' an hour and a half. Had to wait. Makes you appreciate the wins more now. when it's an easy win, I find it's very easy to just take another trade. But this one, I feel like my job is absolutely done. I'm exhausted. How do you guys go on YouTube? You guys take it? Sorry about the first trade. First one up here. The loss. That was annoying. But we made it back, you know. We're sitting around 40 pips on this second entry. First one is only 15 pips loss. Then this one's at least 40. Do you guys understand the trade? Didn't change my bias. Held on to it. Just had multiple zones that I was looking for it to react from. More confident in these buys once we broke these lows, mainly because the London range now, we had traveled from the open down to here, 110 pips. If we travel more than 80 pips, you usually get like a good 30-40 pip reaction or reversal. Just had to wait for it to be down. I want to talk about this. This is beautiful here. This is what we've been covering in the study sessions a lot. So the difference between this pullback is that we didn't get a liquidity wick. And when price, there was still a good entry from here on the 4 minutes, and it did give a 30-35 pip reaction, and it pulled back to the no wick candle, the imbalance candle. But then once price had pulled back some, as it started pushing down, there's no real seller's trap here. Glenn pointed out that he wanted to see the London sessions connected. I don't mind if they don't connect, but if it does connect, this is just more liquidity for me to assume that enough has been picked up. I really like this setup here. I really like how price pushed down, gave a liquidity wick to begin with, price pulled back, and then it was just hesitating here for so long. And I really like that hesitation because it gives sellers expecting price just to continue down. The trend is very clear to the downside. So once the trend is very clear, it leads to seller's trap all over it. We're at a level of liquidity where profit taking can be taken from these guys that jumped in the sells initially. And we know the London range is typically around 120 pips. So it just leads to obvious trend, sellers ready, retail traders seeing the trend too late, pulling into an area of liquidity and then giving a pattern. The pattern was liquidity wick, price pulls back, and then breaking this low. If you didn't, like I took it on this candle, anticipating that this was going to be the liquidity wick, and I was worried that there was going to be a V shape and not give a perfect retest entry, but it did. It gave a perfect retest entry. It gave the liquidity wick, gave the pullback, and then precise entry. This would have been your sniper entry, breaking that low. I left the wider stop loss here because I was entering on just a single candle. Didn't have this candle, wasn't printed. Plus, I just didn't want to feel any more stress of giving you guys two losses. So I kept a wider stop loss, knowing that I can mitigate my risk if I wanted to. But that was the nice entry. Came back up to the imbalance candle. This is a 40 pip reaction, which is in line with what you normally get between 9 and 10 a.m. Just a long wait, and I'm waiting for my coffee still. I guess Maddie and Sarah are still asleep. They've been lazy things and brought me my coffee. Anyway, it was a good educational, patient stream. Plenty to mull on with my first mistake here, but then made it up. And I know my edge is, if you just wait long enough and you're patient enough, your edge plays out. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys learnt. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening, night, wherever you are. I'm going to do a New York session, so I'm going to take a break now for the next 4 hours or so, 5 hours. Come back for NYSE. Cool. Alright guys, hope you managed to take the winner. Hope you guys learned not to change bias as well. As soon as you change your bias, if you try to take a buy, fail, try to take a buy, fail, they start taking sells. This is how it would have played out. Cool. Alright guys. Sorry, Dave, what are you saying?
What time are you going to stream the NYSE?
NYSE, so it'll be around 2 o'clock I'll start. 3 o'clock your time. What time you pick up Sasha?
2:15.
Oh, you'll be back in time then. Hopefully.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool, mate.
Great.
Alrighty.
All right.
Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. YouTube guys. That's not YouTube guys. Zoom is my people. Do you guys all understand the trade?
Yeah, a long time waiting, but got it. Yeah, good entry.